Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So, this is a continuation of the fabric paint series that I had started, and in this, I'm going a little bit advanced level. So, this is for a friend of mine for whom I recently stitched a crop top, and I wanted to add a personalized, touch to it, something that is very unique, which you will not easily get in the market. So, I did this fabric painting, and if you want to know how to select the motifs and how to trace it on the fabric, I have already covered that in the part 1, 2 and 3 of this series, and this is, you can say, like part 4 of the series. So it is going a little bit advanced level. I hope you like it. Let's watch the video. Just like any other painting, fabric painting is also actually done in layers. What you see here is actually a 2-hour footage, but I'm showing you at a speed of 10x. So this is obviously not the speed in which I have drawn. So coming back to layers, as you can see here, I'm applying the base layer, which is a light color. I have also put up the motif on the side just for your reference to see how it's going as per the image. Okay, and how to get the motifs and all I have already shared in part 1, and how to trace it on the fabric is also added there. So that is the process that I follow to get the best result. And this was I had made the motif freehand on a paper because I wanted it of a particular size which would fit the top, and I didn't take a printout or anything, so it is a little bit different than what you see in the image. But yeah, so that is how I generally do. Now, as you can see, as per the colors in the motif, I am coloring the motif, and the basic colors that I have used here at this point of time, till this point of time, are green, shades of green, yellow, blue, and a little bit of white as well. So it's all about mixing the colors, merging them, making one layer, and then going over it again, and merging the colors properly, mixing it properly, and so that the proper shade comes, so that you get the proper shade. And that is how one of the leaf, as you can see, is done. We will go over it again and finish it by adding some more layers or some more colors. Okay, you need to give time to any kind of art that you do. You have to be very patient. It is something, creativity involves a lot of patience. And now I'm going over the darker part of the leaf with a little bit to add a little bit more depth with some dark blue color, as you can see. The reason why I chose this motif is because it is a crop top that I made for my friend, and I visualized that it would look very good with a pair of jeans. And she does wear a lot of jeans, and different shades of blue is what I incorporated. But I also wanted to give it some color, not just keep it blue. So the motif that I have selected has a lot of shades of blue, little bit of quite a bit of green, and little bit of other colors like orange and red, pink, etc. So you will see that. Now, as you can see, I am going ahead with the base color, that is the white color. The fabric that I have used for this top is a cotton base fabric. Okay, and that is best for fabric painting, but you have to be very careful that it is not a kind of fabric where the color will spread very easily, or it will blot the fabric. Okay, that is something that you have to be careful about. And if that is the kind of fabric, then the paint that you use has to be absolutely concentrated. It cannot be diluted at all, and absolutely concentrated paint is what needs to be used. But if it is a little bit a better fabric, thicker fabric, which does not blot the colors, then you have a lot of option, as in you can then dilute it a bit, because when you dilute the colors a bit, it is always easier to merge them and get your kind of shading that you want. Mixing the colors is a bit easier. So here, as you can see, I am going with this layer, which is orange and primarily red, as you can see here. So I'm mixing and merging orange, yellow and red colors to get the effect that is there in my motif already. And I'm also going ahead with the next layer, which is the pink. So base color is the pink. Yeah, so as you can see, there are a lot of layers. So you go start with the base color, then you move ahead with the next shade, which is darker. Okay, so always generally you start with the lighter shade, wherever the lighter color is you start there, and then proceed with the darker shades and keep layering like that, one on top of the other. Okay, and so see, this is a little bit purple. So I did the pink base, and then I used the blue color, a little bit of white and all, and little bit of purple color to get the kind of shade that is there in the motif, because that is what I wanted. As I said, different shades of blue I want to incorporate, not a lot of absolute hot pink or something like that. So in fashion designing, what I have noticed nowadays, in clothing also, lot of layering is been done. So that is what I also try to do whenever I'm going out and all, especially if you are a little bit on a chubbier side, layering works a lot. And if you are very thin, then also layering works very nicely. And if there is some kind of business meet, business seminar, or office meet, etc., some special gathering, then also layering is a very good idea. So same thing happens with art also. In any kind of painting there is lot of layering. In any kind of embroidery also lot of layering happens, because layering, if it is painting, it is layering of colors. If it is embroidery, it is layering of the different elements of that embroidery, or the different layers of threads of different colors, right? And when if it is clothing or dressing, then we add different layers of clothes. So for example, if you are wearing simple pant kurta, right? So the third layer, it's always better to use a third layer. So third layer would be in the form of maybe dupatta or a jacket, or for that matter, if it is a little bit western kind of a thing, the third layer can be in the form of a long dangling necklace, or a pearl necklace, or something like that. So I don't strictly always follow that, because jewelry is something which I don't prefer wearing. I don't kind of like it. So I generally try to add layering with shrugs, or maybe jackets. Yeah, so that is something that I most of the times do. So here, as you can see, I am continuously proceeding with the leaf, and it is much faster here. This was not the actual speed. The actual speed was much less. I'm trying to be as close to the motif that I had downloaded from Pinterest. The reason why, because reason being, I really love the colors in that motif, and I have not made much change. A little bit of changes here and there I have made, which is not that noticeable, but I have tried to stick to it most of the time. So when you are starting off, it is always better that you have a reference image. You may feel that, oh, I'm copying something and all, but that is okay when you are starting off. And that is why I have added this as a tutorial, because I am kind of copying it. Okay, I have created my own designs also, but when you are starting off, it is easier that you have a reference image, because that acts like your inspiration image. You can modify the colors here and there, you can modify the size, you can modify the different types of layers and all. You can let go of some things, like if there are more flowers, you can take less flowers, you can add more flowers to your design. So those kind of changes you can always do, but always prefer to stick to the inspiration image, because that is how you will make progress. You cannot be creating something absolutely fresh when you are a beginner. You have to be inspired with something to be able to eventually start creating your own designs. That is how generally it works. Okay, in any field, be it fashion designing, interior decoration, anything. So here I have already done that flower, the small flower that you see. That footage was not included here. I kind of forgot to record that, but here I am going with the finer touches, as you can see, with black color, to give it a little bit more depth. So that is how I completed this motif. I hope you liked this video. If you liked this video, do like it and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, if possible, do leave a comment in the comment box. See you in another video. Thank you. Bye bye.